The galaxy far, far away isn't just ruled by terrifying evil Sith empires. As scary as those massive powers may be, there are other entities lurking in the galaxy's shadowy underworld. It's there that several powerful criminal organizations are able to thrive. Smuggling, spice stealing, bounty hunting, and black market weapons are just the beginning when it comes to their influence. This is every single major crime syndicate in Star Wars. Few crime syndicates in Star Wars wield as much power as the Hutt clan. This sprawling criminal empire thrived for centuries, controlling an entire sector of the galaxy known as Hutt space. Renowned for their ruthlessness, cunning, and vast resources, the Hutt cartel specialized in everything from spice smuggling and slave trading to weapons trafficking and extortion. At the height of their power, the Hutts were untouchable. Even during the rise of the Galactic Republic and later the Empire, their criminal enterprises continued largely unchecked. The sheer wealth and influence of the Hutt families made it difficult for any government to challenge them without facing severe consequences. The Hutt clan was led by individuals on the Grand Hutt Council, the ruling body based on the planet Nal Hutta. Notable leaders like Jabba the Hutt expanded their reach to Tatooine and beyond, forging alliances with bounty hunters, smugglers, and other crime lords. The cartel's strength lay not just in its criminal dealings, but in its ability to enforce loyalty. Betray a Hutt, and you'd likely end up frozen in carbonite or fed to a rancor. Even after the fall of Jabba, the Hutt cartel continued to operate, with various clans vying for control. Their centuries-long dominance and enduring presence made the Hutt cartel one of the most infamous and powerful syndicates in galactic history. The Pike Syndicate is famous for its control over the galaxy's spice trade. Based on the planet Obadiah, the Pikes wielded enormous influence across the galaxy by monopolizing the lucrative spice routes, particularly Kessel, where they ran brutal mining operations. Their control over this highly addictive substance made them wealthy and powerful, attracting the attention of both rival syndicates and galactic governments. Unlike the more overly violent Hutt cartel, the Pikes preferred to operate through manipulation and strategic alliances, though they were no strangers to brutality when necessary. Their soldiers, instantly recognizable by their distinctive helmets and thin armor, enforced the Syndicate's will with ruthless efficiency. Their spice trafficking operations often brought them into conflict with Jedi, smugglers, and later, the Empire. Yet, despite suffering major setbacks, including internal betrayals and external pressure from rival syndicates, the Pike Syndicate remained a key player in galactic crimes for years. Their stranglehold on the spice trade ensured that wherever credits flowed, the Pikes weren't far behind. Black Sun is one of the galaxy's most well-organized crime syndicates, known for its vast influence, wealth, and deadly efficiency. Unlike many other syndicates, Black Sun operated more like a criminal corporation, with a rigid hierarchical structure and a network that extended across countless systems. From smuggling and spice trafficking to arms dealing and assassination, Black Sun was involved in nearly every type of illicit activity. The syndicate was originally led by powerful nobles of the feline species, including Prince Xizor, who became one of the galaxy's most dangerous and influential figures during the rise of the Empire. Before this, Black Sun was also a key member of Maul's Shadow Collective during the Clone Wars, after Savage Opress killed most of their leadership and forced them to join the Criminal Alliance. Crimson Dawn stands out as one of the most notorious crime syndicates in the galaxy, largely due to its enigmatic leader, none other than the former Sith Lord, Maul. Rising from the remnants of his shattered initial plans to kill Obi-Wan Kenobi during the Clone Wars, Maul secretly rebuilt his power base by uniting various criminal factions under the banner of the Shadow Collective. This coalition included the Mandalorian Death Watch, Pike Syndicate, Black Sun, Hutt Cartel, and several Night Brothers. However, after the fall of Mandalore and Maul's capture by Darth Sidious, the alliance somewhat crumbled. Crimson Dawn later emerged from the ashes of Maul's former empire, maintaining its reputation as a ruthlessly efficient organization. Operating primarily during the reign of the Galactic Empire, Crimson Dawn gained immense wealth and power by controlling spice trafficking, illegal weapons deals, and black market operations. Its most public face was Qi'ra, a former ally of Han Solo who served as Maul's trusted lieutenant and later assumed full leadership of the Syndicate after his demise. The Haxan Brood was known for its expertise in bounty hunting, extortion, and illegal gladiatorial combat. Operating from an asteroid stronghold in the Outer Rim, the Haxan Brood thrived by capturing high-value targets and forcing them to fight in deadly arena battles for entertainment and profit. Led by their crime boss, Sork Tormo, the Syndicate employed advanced droids, mercenaries, and bounty hunters to carry out their operations. One of their most infamous captures was the Jedi fugitive Cal Kestis, whom they attempted to exploit by broadcasting his forced participation in gladiatorial combat. Unlike other syndicates that focused on smuggling or spice trafficking, the Haxan Brood's business model revolved around mercenary work and brutal entertainment. Their reliance on high-tech weaponry and combat droids made them a formidable force, but also a frequent target for bounty hunters and rival factions seeking revenge. The Kora Syndicate was composed of multiple species and crime families. They dealt in smuggling, weapons trafficking, and assassination, manipulating events from the shadows rather than relying on brute force. In fact, they were largely responsible for granting Jabba the Hutt his position on the Grand Hutt Council. The Kora also served the Empire, providing underworld intelligence and serving as the middleman with the various other criminal syndicates on the Empire's behalf. The Droid Gotra was initially a droid rights advocacy group that emerged after the Clone Wars, primarily composed of repurposed battle droids abandoned by the Galactic Empire. Initially confined to an industrial complex in Coruscant's lower levels, the Gotra expanded its operations across the galaxy and served as enforcers for the Kora Syndicate. The Gotra's primary objective is to achieve emancipation and equal rights for droids, often resorting to extreme measures to further their cause. Their actions have brought them into conflict with various galactic authorities, including the Galactic Empire and, later, the New Republic. While much smaller in size, the Sonto Pride was made up of various species and ruthlessly killed its own members in the face of failure. The Sonto Pride also found itself targeted by the Empire and Darth Vader himself shortly after the Battle of Yavin. They were also present at Crimson Dawn's auction, where Qi'ra was selling Han Solo frozen in carbonite to the highest bidder, and survived into the New Republic era. The Ashika Clan was a Melito Hive-based criminal syndicate that dominated the underworld of Kijimi since the High Republic era. Operating with a strict code of honor and hierarchical structure, the clan's collective mindset prioritized the survival and prosperity of the group over individual interests. The Ashika Clan influenced just about every aspect of Kijimi's underworld, from smuggling to weapons manufacturing. Zerich Bash was a covert intelligence division of the Imperial Security Bureau, operating under the guise of a criminal syndicate during the Galactic Civil War. Founded by director Silo Barsha, its primary mission was to infiltrate the underworld, gather intelligence, and uncover rebel activities. Posing as a criminal organization, Zerich Bash quickly rose in prominence, rivaling established syndicates by employing ruthless tactics, including the elimination of rival leaders. Based on Canto Bight, the syndicate engaged in smuggling, extortion, and other shady activities while secretly feeding information to the Empire. The Guavian Death Gang was said to have replaced Crimson Dawn during the New Republic era. Their enforcers undergo mechamorphosis, a process involving cybernetic augmentation that includes a mechanical reservoir pump implant acting as a second heart. This implant injects a secret mixture of chemicals directly into the bloodstream, enhancing physical abilities. They communicate via high-frequency data streams transmitted from the central sensor in their faceplates. The gang's operations included smuggling, extortion, and other illicit activities. They have a history of violent confrontations, notably with Han Solo, who defaulted on a substantial loan from them. Koga Club was originally formed by escaped Hutt slaves, the group rising to prominence through piracy, extortion, and smuggling. Its members, known for their rough combat style and use of improvised weaponry, relied on strength in numbers and street-level tactics. Koga Club maintained a bitter rivalry with the Guavian Death Gang, the two clashing over territory and resources, though they were united in their distrust of outsiders like Han Solo. The Red Key Raiders were a criminal syndicate operating on Tatooine during the power vacuum following Jabba the Hutt's death, even taking credit for killing him. Masquerading as a legitimate mining company, they sought to control territories under the guise of the Red Key Company. Their activities included occupying towns like Mos Pelgo in the immediate aftermath of the Empire's destruction. After acquiring Mandalorian armor from Jawas, Marshal Cobb Vanth liberated Mos Pelgo from the Raiders' control. But which of these crime syndicates do you think posed the biggest threat to the galaxy? Share your thoughts below.